The show must go on because we're live. Got my buddy Miranda back. And if you're just tuning in right now, Miranda and I are doing a recap of Comic Con 2018. And that's Zelda right there. She's
And
awesome.
my dog Zelda, she apparently wants in on the action. Say hi, Zelda.
She's awesome. And so if this is your first time tuning in to get vocal, we encourage you to get on the platform, try it out, a new way to social media. We're talking about Comic Con 2018 recap. Miranda, back to you. What really stood out in your mind at this year's Comic Con?
Yeah, I mean, I think that all of the press rooms that I did this year were extremely well organized. I didn't feel like any rooms this year, kind of suffered at all. I thought they were all really well done. I covered a lot of Warner Brothers CW shows, Arrow, Flash, Riverdale. Some colleagues of mine covered Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. Oh gosh, I don't know what else. We covered so much. There's always so much to cover. And I also covered The Magicians. We covered A Discovery of Witches, which is a new YA novel that's being adapted. So we covered just a lot of press rooms in 4 days and crammed it all out.
You kind of got a witch thing going on.
I do?
Yeah, you like witches, right?
I do. For Halloween when I was a child, 3 years in a row, I was a witch. I was kind of very fascinated by witches. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. And you know what? I want to thank you again for taking my nephew under your wing in that Riverdale press room, and it was awesome. And Miranda, if you could turn your volume down just a little bit, I think we're getting just a little feedback. But this is live. This is how we do, because my voice sucks. Your voice is the best, Miranda. And this is what I kind of impressed upon me at Comic Con. Me and some of your colleagues in the same room. We were in some of the same rooms together. Mm-hmm. And just the consistency of the rooms. Like sometimes when we get in the press rooms, we don't get a chance to talk to all the talent because it's poorly run. But this year, I've seen a really concerted effort from our friends to make it happen. And what I like about being in the press rooms and how we upload our content real quick is that you're able to get some breaking news, right? Like with DC Legends of Tomorrow. Now Constantine is a part of the cast now, so he was able to open up about what his role is, and the girl who plays Damien Dark's daughter, she's part of the cast now. So one thing about DC Legends of Tomorrow, every season they mix up the cast.
That's true. There's always so many different actors coming in for that one. And for Supergirl, for example, they had emailed us maybe a couple of hours before the press room and said, we're going to be dropping this information, like who they were casting as the transgender actress that's coming on board. And we were kind of able to know that first, and then we got to ask questions in the press room about her character and her casting. But we couldn't reveal that until after the panel. So it's kind of nice to get that exclusive scoop, and that's what Comic-Con is all about.
That is so true. And it's all about the parties, too. You and I got a chance to party together at a couple of parties, the WB party. It was so funny. At the WB party, Miranda and I, we met some of the stars of Fox's The Gifted. We met Natalie Lind, who plays one of the twins on the show. And we got a chance to take pictures with her. And please follow us on social media because you see some pretty good things. I was in the press line for The Gifted. Did I tell you this, Miranda? But I was interviewing her, and she was like, well, I see you at the EW party, the Entertainment Weekly party. I said, no, I'm not that big time yet. But you know what I'm going to do, Miranda? I'm going to take that snippet of her asking me that on camera, and I'm going to send it to the folks at Entertainment Weekly. What do you think about that?
I like it. I like your style. Yeah, I had reached out about that too, but I'm not that big yet either. However, they did send me a panel pass to the Women Who Kick Ass panel, which was amazing. I had a lot of fun there. A lot of the actors on that panel are my favorites, so that was cool. And it was, I'm pretty sure, a full room, so I wouldn't have been able to get in otherwise.
You said no pun intended, right? It was cool, right?
That's right.
And this is something that I wanted to talk with you about, too, about just the different experience of Comic-Con. it seems like every year it's growing more and more offsite activations. And that's where fans who are not able to get into Comic-Con are able to experience what the studios have to offer.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think it's great. I think, if you go to Comic-Con, then you know how hard tickets are to get. I have a lot of friends that are always saying that they want to go so badly, but they don't know the process, or they don't have any other friends to kind of help them get in. And it is this crazy ordeal getting badges for Comic-Con. So I think it's cool that they incorporate something that, if you weren't able to get tickets, you can still experience some of Comic-Con through these offsite events. Now, I keep saying every year I want to go do the offsite events, and every year I spend my time in press rooms or panels or parties or running around like crazy. And I always seem to miss out on the offsites, but I do have, a couple of my colleagues went to some, and then I have friends that go to all of them constantly, because they are a blast and they're just like a cool experience.
I got a chance to go to the Mr. Mercedes activation, and we're going to upload some content from our press room at Mr. Mercedes too. Hey, Zelda. But and the activation was pretty awesome. There's some video footage of for you who watched the show. They had like Brady's lair, and Brady is the main character on the show, and Brady was kind of loco. So if you haven't checked out the series, I don't want to spoil it for you, but check it out on demand. AT&T Network, Mr. Mercedes season 2 is coming up about 3 weeks, so make sure you can catch it on demand. I got a chance to see the first 2 episodes of season 2, and all I got to say is, but you're right though, the activations are fun, but they're so far away. So we have to go from the convention center over to like 6th Street or I, and it makes it kind of difficult, but they are fun. I like it so that fans who are not able to get in can experience.
Right, exactly. I know that, oh gosh, I don't know if it was for Jack Ryan or for Castle Rock, but there was one offsite that had like a car upside down in a body of water, and it was just like sitting there. It was really cool to see when you walked by, and I'm sure people that don't go to Comic-Con but are close to the area, I can't imagine what went through their heads, like what is going on here. But I know like last year, Stranger Things was a really cool offsite. The Game of Thrones offsite last year was amazing. I didn't get to go to any of them, but it's on my list. Next year, make me go.
I will. We'll definitely go together. Now, what are some things that everyone watching and viewing right now can look forward to if they go to your YouTube channel? Because you uploaded some content. So what content is there now from Comic-Con, and what content are you getting ready to release within the next week or several days?
Yeah, so it's always getting up the interviews as quickly as possible is a struggle when you go to Comic-Con and there's 3 of you and you cover 20 press rooms. So, and in each press room you have probably 4 to 7 different interviews for each one. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of content to get up, and we try to do it as quickly as possible. A lot of us also have other jobs, so it's just a struggle, but I was uploading them right before this, and I'll continue right after. So far, I've gotten my Riverdale interviews up. I'm working on The Flash next, then probably Arrow, and then The Magicians. It's just kind of a process, but I know that my colleague has already uploaded her Supergirl interviews and her Manifest interviews. We also have Winona Earp coming at you. We have Legacies coming up. We have Legends of Tomorrow coming up. So and more, and many, many more. It's just a matter of trying to work as quickly as possible.
And how can they check them out?
Just go to our YouTube channel. If you search Hollywood News Source, we should be the first thing that pops up. Just keep looking. If not, just keep scrolling down. But usually when you search Hollywood News Source, we are the first thing that comes up. Yeah, please subscribe to our channel, like our channel, videos, give us some love. Comment if you'd like. Yes, we're trying really hard to get our YouTube subscribers up right now. That is our goal of ours, because, YouTube changed a lot of things, and we don't have enough subscribers, although we have a ton of views, about 4 or 5 times the amount of watch time needed to monetize our account, but we need more subscribers. So please subscribe.
Awesome. Most memorable moment of this 2018 Comic Con for you that stood out in your mind, besides hanging with me.
You. Let's see. You know, I had a blast at the Riverdale press room. I love that cast. I love the show. For me, that's always the highlight. But I will say, Machen Amick, who plays Alice Cooper, she gave us some love on Twitter. She was liking all of our stuff. She's like retweeting our stuff. And that was a highlight for me as a journalist and as a site runner. And then also the WB party. You just can't beat it. Every year, I beg and plead if I can come back. And I'll probably do it every year because it's just a blast. It's all of my favorite cast members, all of my favorite actors. So for me, that's a highlight. What about you?
I would say for me, there's two things. First was the Night Flyers press room when I was interviewing Jodie Turner-Smith. Now, Jodie, she was on Last Ship, and this interview is up on YouTube too. Check it out. But Jodie is like so awesome. She and I had a blast talking about video gaming together. We just had a blast. She gave me a couple of hugs. Check that out. And another one was when you was with my nephew in the Riverdale press room when my nephew went up to Cole Sprouse and said, "Hey, you know my uncle, Paul, he's in a wheelchair." Cole said, "Oh, yeah, that's my buddy. I saw him last night at the WB party." I was like, that's pretty cool.
I know. And then I'm always jealous thinking, I was there too.
Yes. But everybody knows you. It's my chair. That's all it is, Miranda. That's all it is. Hey, Zelda. So, Miranda, let people know again some of the cool things that they can talk to you or reach out to you about on the website and some of the content you have on there.
Yeah, so we cover TV shows, films, books, music a little bit. We're always looking for new writers or new, anyone that would want to interview. You could always please contact me if you're interested. You can keep checking back for exclusive interviews. We also just cover the news, trailers, casting news, anything like that. We're always up and running. We're always continuously posting news. So I also did an interview today with YA author Jenny Han for Netflix. So we go to a lot of press days here locally in LA and premieres. So keep checking back. We're always updating. We're always doing interviews. So
awesome. And something tells me you and I are going to work a lot more together in the future. I just got a feeling of that.
Yes.
I feel it in my gold tooth. That's what I do. Hey, love you, my friend, and look forward to chatting with you more about what's going on Hollywood News Source. And our next, what next event you going to be at?
I think I just went to Netflix today, so that's it.
All right, there you go. Great talking to you, my friend.
Thanks. You too.
Remember, you can always connect on Get Vocal to be part of this wonderful platform where you can have a conversation like Miranda and I have. Go to getvocal.com. Come join the team. Come vocal with me and Miranda. Let's talk about TV shows. Let's talk about it all. We'll have some fun, right, Miranda?
Yes, it's a lot of fun. We love to geek out together.
Definitely. Take care, folks. Peace out.